Morning, gentlemen. Welcome to the weekly roundup for the week ending 11th June. Now, in this week, we had one very major incident in which many big and small Muslim nations summoned Indian ambassadors and registered their opposition or protest against the controversial remarks of BJP leaders on Prophet Muhammad. As a result, the two leaders were suspended from the party, and thereafter the Ministry of External Affairs issued a rebuttal against the OIC's statement. Now, this incident has many aspects to it. When you go through the social media and listen to the news and various views and many editorials of many newspapers, there are many aspects that come into the forefront. One, the domestic politics has finally started impacting on foreign relations. What was happening in last 5-6 years was domestically within the country's politics has spilled over the borders. Now, how long can this continue? We will have to see. We have managed, the two leaders have been suspended, and we have conveyed this to the governments abroad. But how long can we continue separating the two? We will have to see. It's point to ponder that no Islamic nation ever summoned Indian ambassadors like this. Even at the peak of Kashmir crisis, when Pakistan was a darling boy of USA. So what prompted them now? How did Mr. Modi's pictures appeared on the dustbins? And how did some retailers remove Indian products from the shelves? Was something brewing? In this modern era of social media, nothing can be hidden. There might be something brewing amongst the Muslims. Within, of course, we know, but outside, can't say. One cannot run with the hare and hunt with the hounds for very long and keep the two segregated for very long. Means domestic politics alag or foreign relations alag. It's difficult. Many nations have tried doing the same. They initially, it looked they are succeeding, but then ultimately they ended up bringing misery to their own people. Means by segregating the two कि domestically हम कुछ भी करते रहें और foreign relations को manage करते रहें, वो अलग अलग isolation में deal नहीं किया जा सकता. और अगर करने हो सकता है तो let's see. 2. Support. The second issue is support to the two leaders जो suspended हैं has not diminished. Rather, one of them has become very popular. So this also opens the route for many to become famous and can lead to further problems if this trend is not nipped in the bud. This is the shortcut to success and every politician loves it. Rather, everyone likes it. Many like it. Shortcut to success. Okay, so this needs to be nipped in the bud. 3. The social media and other media channels are now arguing that she did not say anything wrong and only read out what was written. Now, this is again very dangerous and can open a Pandora box, because now many Muslims would also be digging deep into Valmiki's Ramayana and other texts and looking up the statues of Hindu gods and goddesses to write and comment against Hindus. It's very simple, When you point a finger at others, remember 3 are pointing at you. So both sides will now unnecessarily likely to indulge in a slanging match in which no one will be the winner. 4. We need to realize every religion has been an outcome of local prevailing circumstances. जो local circumstances थे, conditions थी उस वक्त, उन्हीं से निकल के धर्म बना था. When we look at how societies and nations have evolved over the years, then we would find similarity everywhere. हमारे समाज में तब क्या हो रहा था और दूसरे समाजों में या सिविलाइजेशंस में क्या चल रहा था, जब हम ये सारी सोसाइटीज़ का इवोल्यूशन देखेंगे तो हम देखेंगे बहुत हद तक सब सिमिलैरिटीज़ हैं. फिफ्थ, we must as a society stop living in past and focus on present that will build the future. एक्चुअली देखा जाए तो ये स्टेटमेंट जो आए और जो हो रहा है वो एक्चुअली कहीं ना कहीं हम लोग सब अपने पास से लेकर, हिस्ट्री से लेकर परेशान हैं और वहीं से वो प्रॉब्लम्स का रूट कॉज भी शुरू होता है. नाउ देयरफॉर वी मस्ट एज अ सोसाइटी स्टॉप लिविंग इन पास्ट and focus on present that will build our future. Now for those who love to live in past, there is a point to ponder. उन्हें सोचना चाहिए ये कि there are two instances I'll give. Babur surprised us by bringing few artillery guns, जिनके धमाकों से, गोलों से वो हाथी सब भागने और अपने ही सेना पे ट्रैम्पल कर दिया. We had no idea about the artillery guns. So therefore we must blame ourselves instead of Babur. अब बाबर को कैसे कह सकते हैं कि भाई तुम आर्टिलरी गन्स क्यों लेकर आए? भाई ब्लेम तो हमें करना चाहिए कि दैट वी डिड नॉट लर्न अबाउट द गन पाउडर फ्रॉम चाइनीज हु इन्वेंटेड इट मच बिफोर अस, एंड आवर ओन पीपल न्यू नथिंग अबाउट द गन्स एंड टर्क्स केम टू नो एंड डेवलप्ड गन्स. तो भैया को अगर ब्लेम करना है तो अपने आप को करो कि हमें यही नहीं मालूम था गन पाउडर नाम की भी कोई चीज होती. नाउ टू एन एक्सटेंट दैट इवन द ब्रिटिश व्हेन दे केम विद अ सुपीरियर आर्टिलरी आफ्टर 200 years also we did not could not develop such good artillery. Thereafter हम खिलजी burnt Nalanda library. Sad. Now, had we developed gunpowder, perhaps Khilji couldn't have reached Nalanda. And had we learnt making pages and developed a printing machine like Arabs did during 9th and 10th century when they were printing Quran texts and distributing it all over, we could have also reprinted the books. Because many teachers had escaped. अगर एक लाइब्रेरी जल गई होती तो उससे क्या फर्क पड़ता? अगर प्रिंटिंग मशीन होती, पेजेस होते, तो वी कुड हैव रीप्रिंटेड दोस बुक्स, मेनी बुक्स. सो इंस्टेड ऑफ ब्लेमिंग द इन्वेडर, इन्वेजन्स हैव ऑलवेज टेक. कौन सा सिविलाइजेशन है जिस पे अटैक नहीं हुआ भाई? हर सिविलाइजेशन पे, हर जगह, इजिप्ट ले लीजिए, पर्शिया ले लीजिए, रोम ले लीजिए, रोम वॉज डिस्ट्रॉयड, ग्रीक सिविलाइजेशन, सब पे अटैक हुआ है. हमारा अकेले का देश नहीं हुआ जो कि जिसके ऊपर आक्रमण हुए हैं. सो वी नीड टू कैरी आउट ए जेन्युइन SWOT एनालिसिस, SWOT. एंड फॉर दोज हु रियली आर फॉन्ड ऑफ पास्ट, एंड इफ दे कैरी आउट a genuine SWOT analysis, they would find our bravery in resilience was the mainstay, because many civilizations have vanished, leaving no trace. We are still there. So as a society, we need to stop blaming outside agencies for our downfall. It is only then that we will grow. For instance, अपने समय वैसे ही नॉर्मल ऑफिस में कोई बंदा लेट आता, आप पूछते क्यों भाई क्यों लेट आए? द फर्स्ट प्रॉम्प्ट आंसर कम्स, सर बाइक पंचर हो गई. एंड थोड़े दिन बाद फिर बंदा लेट आया तो पूछो क्या हुआ? सर आज ट्रैफिक जाम में फंस गया. दिस इज कॉल्ड एक्सटर्नल एट्रीब्यूशन. स्टॉप डूइंग दैट. वी मस्ट, इफ एट ऑल देयर इज अ प्रॉब्लम, वी मस्ट लर्न टू लुक विद इन, एंड देन ओनली वी विल बी एबल टू ग्रो एंड we will stop be concerned about the past. Foregone is foregone. Draw lessons from there, write lessons. What happened? Why couldn't we develop guns? Why couldn't we develop paper on time? Why couldn't we develop a printing machine when others could do it before us? Think about it, gentlemen. Jai Hind.